Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to multiply fractions. So to introduce this to you today, I've got a worded problem here. To give you a real life example of where you might use multiplying fractions in real life. It says, I have a quarter of a Kit Kat bar and I share a half of that quarter with my sister. What fraction of the whole bar did I give her? So here I have shown, here's my Kit Kat. Ignore that part there. I accidentally made 5 parts instead of 4 for a Kit Kat, but I have got 1/4 of it. Okay, so I've highlighted the 1 out of 4 parts. It says I'm going to share half of that with my sister. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to split the whole Kit Kat bar in half down the middle, and then I'm giving her 1 out of that half there. So really what I've done is I have split the whole Kit Kat into 8 parts, and my sister is getting 1/8 of it. So I could say my sister gets 1/8. The other way I could word it is I could say that 1/2 of, 1/4 equals 1/8, like that, because we had a quarter to start with. I halved it to make eighths and I highlighted one of them. Okay, let's have a look at another example. Let's just say this time, and we could use food again as an example. It always works pretty well. If I had 3/8 of a banana and I was going to give someone 2/3 of that 3/8. Here I've represented 3/8 as a fraction. I need to split this into thirds so I can show 2 of them. So I'm going to rule across this way to show that I've split those eighths into thirds. Then it said I was giving them 2/3 of that. So what I'm going to do is highlight my thirds, 1, 2. And now what I need to do is figure out how many parts there are. So there were eighths this way, and then I had thirds this way. Altogether, that would give me 24 parts, and I have got 6 out of them. Okay, so again, I could say that, what did we say? We said 2/3 of 3/8 makes 6/24 or 6 out of 24 parts. Now you might even notice here that I actually wrote that as a multiplication problem, because if we look back here, what really happened was we had a quarter and we put it into groups of eighths. Okay, so I could say that that is the same thing as 1/4 multiplied by 1/2, which would make 1/8, like that. Okay, same as down here. If I had 3/8 multiplied by 2/3, I had started with the 3/8 and I split them into thirds and showed 2 of those thirds. That would make 6/24. So all of those representations are the same thing. I could show this as a half of a quarter multiplied by a half. They both make 1/8, the same as with our other multiplication problem down here. And what you might notice when you look a bit more closely is all that's happened here is I have multiplied my numerators. 1 times 1 makes 1, and my denominators. 4 times 2 makes 8. Down on this one, where 3 times 2 makes 6, 8 times 3 makes 24. Okay, so you can use models to represent this. You could think of it using the word of, or you can just multiply the numerators and the denominators. Okay, but it's really important that you understand why that is, because we start with our first fraction and then we split it into the other one. So for example, we had a quarter, we split it into eighths, highlighted 1 of those quarters of the half. Okay, give it a go.